Good morning, everyone. We are showcasing a mod today. Looks like we have a couple of Audis. Not too sure on what's going on with this mod. I did manage to find both variants. We have an RS or an R32 Audi TT as well as a 1.8 liter turbo Audi TT. So we're gonna go ahead and do both these cars. Just cycling up everything, making sure everything is coming through okay at the moment. Looks like I finally did register with YouTube that I am broadcasting, so hopefully that picks up. Not sure what the load sequencing on that's going to be. It's definitely interesting. Make sure everything's going well. Looks like we're up. Alright, fantastic. So, we have these two cars we're going to do restorations on today, and we're going to take care of them. Not too sure. I've heard a little bit about this mod. However, not a terribly large amount. So, for one of these, the R32 right here in front of me, I ended up finding in a auction. I'm still trying to get the auction achievement for buying 25 cars, so that one was lucky. I had stopped by the junkyard and actually found the 1.8 turbo, and then I found the R32 in the auction. I wasn't getting the R30, either one of the Audis in the auction. But, once I found the 1.8, the other one popped in. This one's going to be a fairly decent restoration. It's not going to be too crazy. We do actually have some new liveries and stuff that I've added in. Not sure when I'm going to showcase those. Honestly, one of them, I think for tastefulness, I'm going to probably do it around Halloween. Yes, the livery will be out for a while then. A lot of people will probably showcase it by then, but yeah, I think for tastefulness as a gag livery, it's probably better to do it a little closer to the end of the month or even the start of October. So, anyways, that's kind of where we're at on that. I believe we will have some other liveries and stuff too, but somebody actually made a free candy van livery. Yeah. That's the livery I'm talking about. The one I'm kind of wishy-washy about when I'm going to showcase it. I thought about grabbing a bulk cargo as well and, just showcased it today, but I figured I wanted a little more time, maybe come up with an interesting script about a creepy little clown that wanted me to fix or something. I don't know. I hadn't figured out too much on it. I hadn't really spent a lot of time on it. So I wanted to kind of go through it and just get my paces real quick, and then we'll do a nice little story mode or something with it, But otherwise, we're going to come in here, take these two cars in varying conditions of gross, and see what we got. I did see some of the notes in the mods that they were using a 15 offset on the ET on these wheels. I'm not sure how that's going to work out, but we will see. Now, interestingly enough, back in the day, when I was young and stupid, I actually got into a race with one of these. I was driving an old Pontiac Firebird. Nothing really special about it, just a little 6-cylinder Firebird. Didn't have a rev limiter on it. And managed to run the rev limiter out on one of these little Audi TT 1.8s. Guy was not exactly thrilled when he figured out what I had under the hood. But it was a freeway thing. We were cruising up to Wyoming, and guy was just, pushing it, and I was pushing it, trying to get to work, and turns out that my little 2.8 liter V6 had just a little bit more guts in the transmission than his car did, so managed to outrun him. So it was kind of cool. But definitely don't go out and race in the freeway if you don't know what you're doing, or actually for that matter at all. But anyways, we will get this taken apart, see what we got here. Hopefully we can fix a lot of these body parts, because I don't want to have to go back and forth to the shop. I do know there's a spoiler trunk, so we'll go ahead and see if we can't find that. The R32 should have a race model, so We will definitely be trying to trick it out for that. Oop. Anywho, we'll get this stuff all repaired up here, get it back on the car, make it nice and pretty, and then we'll go ahead and tear it down. Now, we do have a lot of fluids because this is an auction car, so that's kind of a bad thing, but not really. Just means we have to do more, creative auto work that we usually don't do. A lot of the cars I pull from the junkyard for a specific purpose. I don't want to have to deal with the fluids. Most junkyard cars are nice and dry inside. But, like I said, we got to pick up some more auction cars anyways, so we will be seeing a little bit more usage of the drain tool as we go along here. And obviously, we're going to go ahead and performance mod these out. We'll tweak the transmission a little bit because I know the transmission is a little weak on the miles per hour. But for now, just put that back on. Nothing else is really necessary. This at least makes it look like an Audi. Alright, get the air filters out of here. ABS parts, all that fun stuff. We're still going to have a few rusty parts on this thing, but it looks like most of it's going to be repairable. You don't do that. Fairly basic fuse box, too. Not really sure what's going on with that. Then again, with the last mod that we had 3 different fuse boxes in it, so maybe I'm just expecting a little too much, right? So hopefully everybody had a great weekend. Not a lot of people watched my videos over the weekend, but whatever. I figure with school and stuff that people will be coming back over the weekend, but it looks like it was a fairly quiet weekend. Looks like people had a lot of stuff to do. I myself had a couple things to do. Nothing too special. Pretty much just was lazy all weekend. But did go out and, spent Sunday just kind of rolling around and seeing what was what around town. Stopped by a few stores, whatnot. That was fun. But unfortunately, you got stores around here that, even though where I live, for the most part, everything's 24 hours, some stores still think they need to close at like 6 o'clock. Don't know why. Especially on a Sunday. But it is what it is. So, we look like we got an interesting little ECU out of here. 6-cylinder? Yeah, this Audi's got a 6-cylinder in it. Dual overhead cam, V6. I forgot to check if we have any swap options. Doesn't look like it. So, 252 horsepower to start. We're going to try and make that a little bit better. This is a very lightweight car. Honestly, if the rev limiter in it didn't kick in so high, it probably would be a pretty nice car, too. Oh, yeah. Body's still gross, but other than that, currently we're sitting at a loss. I did spend a little bit of money on this car, so that's kind of why. Anyways, get her up on the lift. Get a nice, easy, take-apart car, and then we'll deal with the tetanus over there. Gonna need a tetanus shot after doing that other one, because I don't know why, but it's just got a lot of parts on it that are rusty. For a car that's 90% plastic and carbon fiber, that's pretty impressive. Looks like that's the front drive axles. Still repairable, though. And these are going to be type A links because they're vertical, so that's good. At least you can tell the difference. Happened to notice the other day, I was sitting there and I was looking through, and it looks like even Scapegoat's doing a little bit of the car mechanic simulating stuff. That guy's actually been really lucky with his channel. In the course of like 6 months to a year, he managed to go up to like almost 20,000 subscribers. It was nuts. He's got a good community over there. But anyways, I digress. Maybe a little bit of jealousy, but you know, whatever. We got a lot of the same similar personality traits, so, you know, if it's working for him and it's not working for me, gotta start asking the questions, right? But anyways, I love my subscribers, even if I only have a few. It's fine. They don't always stop by and say hi, but when they do, it's usually entertaining. Can't really complain there. Get this stupid tie rod out of the way. Really hope they patch in some more repairable parts too. Some of this stuff is just, it goes to waste and it's just absurd. We got an intercooler in here too. That's interesting. Four-wheel drive shaft. Interesting, interesting. V6 also got a really unique little thing. This V8 oil filter, and the pan actually has the oil filter. This is a unique little creature of an engine, I'll say that much. Anyways, looks like we got rear links. Get rid of that fuel pump system. I don't expect this car is going to take too long to pull apart. It should be pretty much just a restoration time and then reassembly. 90% of this stuff's going to be easy to repair, so... Of course, those are famous last words. Watch me break like 12 parts. Oh boy. Get around here, get the spring cap and the air link off. Well, I will say this though, we've managed to balance. Those of you guys that know, the money that we have in the game came from the McLaren mod from Payne's workshop, and I have a few, kind of like easy credit cards, I guess you'd call it. If we start getting down below a certain line that I've set with money, we'll go ahead and do a restoration on one of those just to kind of boost our money back up. We could just get a ridiculous amount of money now, but, you know, why would we do that? We can just boost up as we go. So we're kind of using those as a little savings account over there in the garage. I still have no idea how high that parking lot can go. We're in the 40s somewhere. And honestly, there's 10 spaces per alley. And we own 40 alleys, so I'd like to find out how high it goes, but on the other side of the fence, I'm kind of like, do I really need that many? Do I need 1,000 parking spaces or whatever it's going to be that's going to be the final line? Need 100 freaking alleys to go look through. I barely use one. But I thought it was kind of an interesting thing. It went above 10, to be honest. So good news, it looks like I was looking at my text messages and was hearing something about possibly having to chauffeur somebody up to California and to get some paperwork and stuff, but it looks like it's not going to be a thing. So we'll actually have a full week of streaming. Forgot there was oil. There was every other fluid. You think I would remember the oil? Ew. Gross. But so that's good news, I guess, for the channel, because we're going to have a little bit more time to stream. And won't have to take time off during the week. So, kudos to that. Oof. That is an oversized oil pan. I mean, let me tell you, that thing's nuts. Get this out of here while we can see it. Get used to working on those big V8s, and now these slightly smaller 6-cylinders, it's like, oh, we gotta get that out of the way. And it's like, no, not really. It's a little easier to maneuver around this when it's sitting on its side than the big V8s. But still, nice change of pace. We got an actual V6 in the freaking shop today. A couple of them. So, compared to our recent trend of V8s and V12s, this is, I guess, a healthy little change. But I digress. Let's get this tensioner off. Of course it's rusted. Serpentine belt. Yep. Got a few rollers here, nothing too special. Huh. Oh yeah, I guess that makes sense. There's a few of these idler rollers that keep tension on the belt. Because this one doesn't have shoes. What a weird shaped belt though. Oof. Oh my, water pump. Interesting, the power steering pump's actually wedged underneath the engine head. Don't know how that works. That would be an absolute nightmare to take apart, by the way. Take the rear timing cane cover off just to get to that. That is a dumb position for that. Fuel rail off here. Oh, should have a throttle somewhere, yep. I see one rusted bolt. I'm going to work my way around it. Only deal with it when I have to, right? Alright. Let's get this top coil off. Manifold out of here. You know, I know it's really difficult for a simulator game, Jesus bolts, to do stuff like weather physics or something like that, but it would be kind of nice to every once in a while, you know, be sitting here in the shop and have a little lightning storm or something go off. I mean, yeah, we're in the desert, but it still does rain, so It would be kind of cool to see like a little thunderstorm roll through every once in a while. That's a little jaded because perma-daylight kind of bothers me. Even though we use it in all the games that we play because we have to, we can't really do a lot of work at night. We used to play a lot of Ark, and one thing that I hated was the night cycles in Ark. Not because it was hard for me to see, it was just bad for streaming. You get to play the game, and you're cruising along there, and all of a sudden it gets to be nighttime, and you can't see anything, and it doesn't really come up good on the camera, or you have to have, you know, my display has to be so ridiculously bright to be able to see it that for you guys, for the output, it needs to be, you know, a plus 20 on brightness, but for me it's literally like looking at a white screen. It's just rough. I don't know how a lot of the guys that play Ark actually do it. Well, I do know how a lot of them do it. They video edit out the nighttime. Just, not that I can't do video editing, I just choose not to because YouTube put this nice little streaming capability in here. Why not just do it as a stream? You know, if the videos are a little long, you guys are welcome to skip forward, you know? That's, you know, your choice. If you see a 3-hour long video and you're not like, oh, I don't want to watch 3 hours of video, but I want to see what he does, skip to the end. I'd rather have somebody watch 10 minutes of video and, you know, skip forward and backward than somebody not watch the video because it's an hour to 2 hours long. That being said, you want to see the nitty gritty? What it actually takes to tear down one of these engines, rebuild it, you know, realize the fact it takes approximately an hour to do every engine in this game, or every car in this game, even the mods, then stick around. Not saying you have to do one or the other, but I promised the nitty gritty when we started this game. We were going to do all the stuff, and we weren't going to do jump cuts or edits or anything like that. We were just going to go through. And I've delivered on that promise. I intend to keep delivering on that promise. Yeah, I think weather physics are possible. I'm looking out the window right now, and I'm seeing some dust physics going on out there, like the wind's blowing. So, yeah, I think you could probably do a little rain edit to the game file and get a little bit of rainstorm every once in a while. Wouldn't have to be often. Maybe once every 100 days. I just think it'd be nice to every once in a while have it happen. I mean, honestly, I've got about 60 hours in this game now, I think. On my account, and then I have a secondary account that I do off-stream to kind of do testing, and even that account's got, you know, a few hundred hours into it, so... I know. Part repair simulator sucks, but until Playway gets us an opportunity and a way to get these minigames out of the freaking game, which I think it should be a toggle, we gotta kind of do it. I do like the ability to kind of have a little control over repairing the parts, but yeah, like the scrap one, honestly, I just want my scrap all key back. And hopefully they do some kind of expansion too, because we got like 9 bodywork tables and 4 or 5 part work tables in here. The reason I use the one by the lathe over here is just because it's by the lathe. If you notice, when I do my tires, I go ahead and walk to the one right inside the door instead of walking across the room. However, if they had a repair station, even if it was a small one just for rims, right there next to the tire changer, I'm pretty sure it'd make a lot of people happy. Notice a lot of the big streamers have jumped on the bandwagon for that new gas station simulator that Playway put out. It's a cool game. Not my cup of tea. It's honestly just a little too busy for Car Mechanic Simulator 2.0. If you catch my drift, you still have to repair cars. It's just even simpler than these. And it's so much more about, running a gas station, which nobody would probably ever open a service station as busy as the one that they portray in that game without an employee. And you have to be a pretty high level to actually get, up to employees. I think I caught Dre's video the other day and he was like, oh my god, finally. It's like level 8 or 9 before you get employees. That's a lot of customers to deal with. You're only one guy and you're trying to clean the place up and make sure the bathrooms and stuff are maintained and fixing cars and getting deliveries in. And it's a lot of sensory overload for a lot of people. I mean, that being said, I play games like Destiny where you've got constant sensory overload and it's not usually an issue, but it's a little bit different. On the Destiny news front, though, I will be springing for the 30th anniversary Witch Queen Deluxe Edition when it comes out in February. I'm not getting the collector's edition. I don't need the toys. I did that with Final Fantasy VII. I'll probably do that again with Final Fantasy VII if they offer something cool. But for Destiny, I'm pretty sure the $99 Deluxe Edition is probably all I'm going to give them. I've got a lot of money into that game. Honestly, I should play it on stream. It's just I know it's extremely boring to a lot of people, and it's not a lot of people's cup of tea anyway. So I choose to kind of just keep it off the radar. I mean, I do have it. I do have the ability to do it. I just... these are all AKY parts. I have no idea what part goes in this thing. But like I said, it's one of those I keep off the channel, and quite frankly, considering the fact that I pretty much crushed the entirety of like 3 weeks worth of freaking sitting around doing nothing on it in 6 hours, I think you understand why I just don't bother. It's a lot of repetitive grinding, and quite frankly, not very interesting. I enjoy it as something to just try to turn my brain off and do mindless grinding, but for a lot of people, it's just not their cup of tea, and I can understand that. One of these 2 exhaust sections. Anyways, if you guys want to actually see some of that playthrough, and see, some Destiny playthrough and some probably comical uneven floor deaths and whatnot, because even I mess up, I'd be glad to play it, but, that's kind of one of those things. I gotta have a demand for it before I'm gonna run back into playing Destiny 2. It would be a PS5 update. Field of View is definitely trippy as hell on that game. I don't exactly know why it's so ridiculous, but it could be just I have it turned up weird. But I've noticed it more with the sparrows and traveling around the world versus when I'm actually, in front of the gun. First person mode's not as bad, but yeah, the various things that you got with the, I guess, travel physics are just screwy as hell. Somehow hit my caps lock there. Whatever. Alright, let's get some performance pistons in this. This is an R32 after all. It should have a little bit more horsepower, right? Now, I think accurately wise, this is supposed to have an i5 in it, but, for sake of video game, we're just going to go ahead and say whatever it is what it is. I'm sure there's a few different types, but yeah, I think one of the comments I noticed was that people were screaming for an i5. That's fine. I had a friend of mine that had a Chevy Colorado with an i5 in it. Thing was ridiculous. Actually had really decent horsepower, got good gas mileage. The truck was nice. But really? Oopsie. Forgot there was an A and a B. You used to build those V8s that just had the same head on both sides, right? Double check real quick. Looks like it's just these cams, so whatever. Camshaft cap. A and B. They're relatively cheap. Oh, holy bolts again. I mean, realistically, if you did individual cams on some of these engines, this would be probably about the same, so, probably okay. I do like the fact we can go ahead and get most of this side of the engine built, and then work our way to the other side. reposition ourselves. How the screws populate is kind of interesting on these. If you notice, they're not intuitive of how you would think they would be. I do appreciate the heads actually have space for the wires that are supposed to be there. Yeah. Or regular cam gears. Yeah, boy. Now we get into the fun thing and find the serpentine belts for this thing. I know I'm no tensioner. A. B. Wasn't so bad. Alright. Pop these in. Seen you back there, fuel rail. Forget about you. Alright, so need a couple of V8 parts here. Need an oil filter and crankshaft pulley. We'll slip in our belt, slip our tensioner on. That should be taken care of. Look at that. Beautiful. We got the whole thing. Alright. Get this back in. We'll slap the body back on it. Oh no, we forgot to pull the radiator out. Yikes. It's a ball. I know it's a ball because I've seen it. Plug over here. See if we can't repair up this radiator so we can throw it right back in. And by walking a long way, if we stop on the way back, battery's done. Look at that. Woohoo! Fans. Battery. I'm going to get the air filter bought. And an ECU. Yep. Alright. So we need an ECU. Type A. Tune shop. Regular air filter. Then we're going to need our... what'd you call it? Fuses. There we go. Had a mild brain freeze there. So 2 big ones, medium, 2 small. A, B. Alrighty. Not a lot of fuses in this car that I can see. Now, curiously, look real quick. Nope, we're good. Okie dokie. Looks like we need to go to Fresh Imports. Looks like we only have one hood. That's good. That works nice. We already have car part 2. Car part 1. No idea what that's all about. We'll figure it out in a minute. That's better. Because those spark plugs didn't make any sense on the other one. Oh no, we have a bad window. Right body window, I thought we had it. I guess not. Our part 1. Ow. This one? Snazzy. Alright. Slow you down. And I think car part 3 was the other one we're looking at. Yeah, there we go. Let's go with this one. They said this is more of the racer version, so. Car part 4. Where's car part 4? Oh, I see. That makes sense. I don't know what ABT is, but do the turbo one. No, I don't want to do the turbo because I don't want turbo. Whatever. We'll do ABT because I don't know what it is and it sounds fun. Probably a mod developer one, or I'm not sure. I really didn't pay attention too much to a lot of the stuff on this one. Three-volt transmission. That's frightening. Cross member. Steering knuckles. Front exhaust section F from a V6B. Now, do we have one of those in a performance side? We do not. Don't think we can repair them. We cannot. Alright. I think I'd actually buy a lot of those parts in bulk. Love how it's intercooled, but there's no turbo. It's awesome. A lot of forward thinking went into that. Just gonna put on what we have, and then we'll buy parts as we need them for everything else. We've done the predictive thing so many times, it's honestly gotten a little old. Oof. Gonna need some more rubbers, though, that's for sure. Yikes. Probably big ones and small ones. Alright. Well, first thing we need. Floor pads. Then suspension. I was making a list as I was going. Sway bar's in a weird spot. There we go. Now we got a tire. Alright, we need to climb around the engine. Over. There we go. Running link. Alright. We're gonna need a cat and a middle muffler. Yeah, we'll buy performance ones. Why not? It's completely suffocated, but you know, we'll buy them. Alright, cross member in, drive line in. Now you can focus on the rear end. One of the more complicated rear ends, so it's going to take just a little bit longer. Got the end links. Bottom. Alright. They're A's. Alright. Probably already had a pair, but you know, why not? Okie dokie. Onto this side. Can I reach it? Oh, yep. There we go. Aha. Rotate. Find that small rubber bushing. Always hides down there. The lower part of the four-link in. Okay. And over here. Let's grab a few. A few tank. Need a few tank. A few pump. Alright. Now I gotta tear the wheels down. And since we can repair all these rims, I don't have to worry about the offset. I just have to get the right tire size. Ooh, nice. Yeah, like this tire wall right here should be a repair bench for this. Should be able to click on this thing right here, and it should be able to repair the rims. Oh, that's a little raw today. Alrighty, let's get these repaired real quick and then get some tires on it. Of course, we're going to go with race slicks. Why not? Super soft compound. Proper Gran Turismo style race car. The best tires in the game are also the worst when it comes to tire wear, right? Inventory. Looks like no offset. Interesting. 225, 35, R18. Oops, too big. Don't want those profiles clipping. Alright. Back together. Couldn't get lucky and get 2s on all of them, could I? I mean, they're small enough, I might be able to do it. Burp score? Ah! Gran 4 ain't bad, though. Probably the easiest Audi repair anybody's ever done. Audis are a nightmare to work on. Okay. Beautiful. Need some license plates and some seats, it looks like. No idea what seats I'm going to put in it, because it's got an overlay, so we would have to test path and get this thing going. Couple of plates. Yeah, our DMC plates are back now. Yay! Let's go to Germany. These are completely wrong for most of Germany, but they're nice generic. German plates are usually one of those big number plates that all over the place, so yeah, it's like 20 feet long. Still very good looking Audi interior. Actually pretty accurate. I know the seats are clipping because they don't like being stacked on top of each other, but whatever. Yeah, I think we're going to have to get rid of that car part because it's messing with it with the seats. Alright, so let's grab a couple of nice interior seats up front. Okay, with those in there, let's try and lay car part 1 in and see what it's going to look like. Nope, we're going to have to change car part 1. Continental steering wheel. Alright. Here is the Continental, there it is. Alright. And we're going to have to change car part 1. Alright. Can't use the seats. So grab C. Grab the little steering wheel, throw it in there. That looks better. Alright. Paint shop. I think there's some liveries. If I was looking at the photos right, I think there's a couple liveries, so. Oh yeah. There we go. That livery does not belong on that car. Just saying. I appreciate the fact that, you know, they took the time to do the Marlboro livery, but that's Ferrari freaking Scudo livery. Oh, even out in black. Nice. Red Bull? Yeah. What we got here? No idea on those. 7 is two-tone, which a lot of these cars were two-tone. Recaro, Bosch, Shell, Audi Sport. Now you're talking about an Audi one. There you go. And as much as I love to do the Marlboro one, we're going to do Red Bull. Not a huge Red Bull drinker, but this is like old Gran Turismo. God, I don't remember what game it was. 2 or 3, I think. Possibly 4. I think 4 was actually still on PlayStation 2. 2 and 3, or 3 definitely was, so. Yeah. Let's do it on Gran Turismo paint scheme on it. That'll be good. It is an RS, so needs to look like a race car. And we did just put all the performance parts in it, too. Of course, I forgot to put the oil in it. No! Alright. Forgot to put all the fluids in it. We're just batting 1,000 with fluids. I knew they were missing and we just didn't do it. We've been better about that lately, though. The habit of getting everything in the engine bay done before, finishing up has definitely been an important thing lately, and I just, like I said, I blanked it. Alright. Two more after this. We got power steering and we've got actual coolant, so... Okay, engine oil, coolant, power steering, brake, windshield washer. Think we're good? So we started off with just a little over 250 horsepower. Let's see what the R32 does now. Wow, only 120 horsepower gain. Nothing to write home about, that's for sure. Definitely no McLaren at 420 miles an hour, but, we had to break the track to actually get that speed. I mean, it's trying, but it's not that fast. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's a nice car, it's just, that's very tall gearing. Probably really good for the Autobahn, but not so much for, short distance running. Alright, I'm gonna do some battery swapping around here, so give me just a second. Alright, well, we got a good stand up going here. Got a good stretch. So, let's see what we ended up with. The performance parts we put in it, it's not bad. I actually think that's pretty close to what they sold for when they were new. Alright, got that one out of here. Let's go deal with the stock one. Hopefully, this one has a slightly different... Oh, yes. Okay, so this one is equipped with the 1.8 turbo. So this should be a i4. Yeah. Okay. A little bit less horsepower than the V6. Definitely a little bit different creature, though. So, it is nice to see that in a variation. You know, so many of them just copy-paste the engine. This one actually has a true, about 1.8 liter i4 in it. So, yeah, that's perfect. I don't think it's a turbo engine. But it's hard to tell because most of the engine's missing. Does have a good looking 4-wheel drive system in it though. Same rear end, we can expect that. And most of the parts in here are going to be hot garbage because that's the way it works. Alright, so body panel's off. It's got car part 2. I don't know about car part 1 though. It doesn't look like it. This one's going to take a little longer because we're going to have to buy a lot more parts. And it's so rusty. Oh god, so rusty. Probably should have just like poured a gallon of oil into the, you know, body of this car and just let it soak through. Amount of lubrication we're gonna have to do here. Probably have been beneficial to us. Just, you know, fully lube the car. We do have all 4 tires, not that it's worth much because most of them are shot, but we got all 4. Now, this is a turbo engine that we can get away with a maybe a little bit different horsepower profile. Maybe this one will be a little faster. Who knows? It was about 107, 180 before it finally, you know, crashed into the wall, but... Wow, for rusty as this wheel was, so he changed the lug nuts on it. Yikes. It's done something in here. One of these parts should be newer than the rest. So far, I'm not seeing it. Might make level 38 by the time we put this beast back together. Alrighty. And I believe... Oops, missed the steering knuckle. That'd have been embarrassing. Rip this out, go put it back together. Oh yeah. I got an extra bunch of rollers. I think this motor is actually the one with the timing chain on the back, too. Tell in a second. Right now it's just complaining about caps, so maybe not. No, it is. Cam gears on the back. Means there's timing chain back here. What's holding you now? One spark plug. One lame ass spark plug. Wow. These were actually missing connecting rods, so that's somewhat awesome. These bearing plates. Alright, I don't expect much. Partially because of the 4 brakes that we had, we only had 2 that were good. I don't expect much of the rest of the car, but we'll repair what we can and build up the rest. Finding a lot of bushing, a lot of different parts. We'll do a pretty much factory looking car though. We're not going to do anything crazy on the body panels, I don't think, but we'll get the other stuff taken care of, performance-wise. Make it at least somewhat respectful, right? Ooh. Almost buggered that up. I mean, not that it matters. We're going to be short one anyways. Crap. Not stressing on it too much, though. It's probably fine. We're going to have to replace a bunch of parts anyway, so... we break one, we break one. It's not a big deal. As long as you don't break anything too important, we'll be fine, right? I didn't care about the clutch plate, to be honest with you. I got like 9 of the freaking stock ones sitting in the inventory we're not even using. In the block. Alright. Lead alternator. Probably need a couple of I4B camshafts. Standard stuff, clutch plate, pressure plate, an engine head. Oh no, I don't think we have the engine head for the I4. Yeah, we do. It's right here. We're fine. I don't know if it's turbo or not, so we'll go ahead and not buy any of that. Fuel rails for the I4. 4 of those. Filter. Pump. Guess we'll need 4 ignition coils. Might need the intake manifold too. Huh. Or grab it. Conrod pistons. Ah, there was an I4 power steering pump. That's lame. Alright. No idea what throttle we're going to need yet, so let's just get some of this on. Every little bit helps, right? And I like the red and black parts. They're awesome. Alright. We still have 4-cylinder this time, right? Intake manifold. Okay. So I need some caps. A lot of caps. One of these. Eight I4B camshaft caps. $35 a piece. Oh my god. Okay. 3 of those. Rod caps. We should only need 4. Okay. Alright, let's put this together, see what we got. Reach those spark plugs while we can. Okay, engine head cover. Oh, no. Alright. That's manifold for an I4B. I4B turbo. Nice, we do have a turbo. Awesome. Yes. Well, turbo motor actually might be worthwhile. Alright. So, head cover and some idler rollers. Get all the timing parts in. D6B throttle. Alright. So if it's a turbo car, it's actually got a bigger throttle intake on it than a standard i4, so that's why that does that. The fuel rails. That was tucked in there. i4 oil filter, and probably need an oil pan for an i4B. And then we come in here, like a pair of caps for the cam, or for the crank. No, we got 3. Look at that. Over-engineered more than a freaking V6. Well, it has to be. Turbo car needs more pressure. Alright, now I need rollers. These. Okay. A belt. Alright. Tensioner, obviously. G belt A. Belt B. Timing cover A. There we go. Yeast. Crank pulley. Alright. There's our little turbo engine. Let's put a weed whacker engine in this thing. It'll be fine. I should probably get away with a motorcycle engine, to be honest. Okay. So we'll probably need a radiator A. Some bottles. Intercoolers. Battery and air filter. If we have an ABS pump, we can throw in it. Brake servo, same bottle set. Have a radiator already. Fan housing B. Alright, so... Okay, battery, ABS mod, brake servo. Four of these, I don't know. Do 4 and 4. Okay, I need a module, battery, use base, hover, there you go. I think that's everything. At least the electronic side. We'll grab the air filter after a minute. It's like I guess right. They were creative with the different package. That's nice. Good to know what you actually need. Okay. Filter. Alright, back in here. Suspension. And while we're at it, we'll do the fluids right now, because we need to. Ooh. Yep, we should hit level 38 by the time this car's done. Nice. Like what, about 12 levels from being at level 50, which I think is max level for this game. Never repaired the body panels. Oh no! The thing is, we actually had some. What? What's up, Kit Kat? Being loud and obnoxious? Don't know what her problem is. She's just being vocal. Now, see, this is actually a V6 3.2 liter engine cover. Oh, Zalbar, how you doing? That engine cover's not going to work for us. Ew. Get a four banger. I'm actually thinking just doing the strut tower brace. Yeah, let's just do the strut tower brace. Leave all this exposed. That makes sense because the air filter's not flooding. Ugh. This one will work. 5-valve turbo on, it lines up, everything looks good. Looks like got some intake pipes and stuff in here for an intercooler. That's better. Alright, so we need a front bumper. Probably need some doors, some glass, fenders. Fairly unassuming bumpers and side skirts. Yeah, it should do. At least for now. Fairly unassuming car. Car part 4. No. Alright. Come on, grab it. There we go. Even the stock one had this little Garbo spoiler on it, so that's fine. Car part 2. Yep. There we go. Alright. Let's see what we managed to save. We did not get intercoolers. I know that. I actually managed to save a lot of it, so. We bought a little bit of stuff preliminarily. Alright, so. Whoop. Can't put DeLorean parts on it. It'd be kind of funny, but no, can't do that. Alright, so. I need these. Four-wheel hub bearings, 2 sway bar A's. You have a sway bar B in the back. Oop, not that. Okay. Outer tie rods, inner tie rods. I know I broke one of the lower suspension arms. I just don't see right there. Okay. Nah, we'll start with that and see what we got. Rack. Oops, forgot the front sway bar. Oh no, we're running out of rubbers again. Not good. Gearbox, drive shaft, drive axle. I should put that tire on. That's pretty close. Right. Over here. Our wheel hub on. Bearing. Drive axle. Good thing we bought all those parts. Alright, we need 2 small intercoolers. That should put the fire on it. Yep. Alright. Over here. Same thing. You can have more than one sway bar in link. It's actually got the bolts for it. Alright. Okay. Need to get this, which is just a regular starter. Accessible from the engine bay. That's one thing I gotta do on the engine. Front exhaust section A, I4B. Let's check the tune shop. Never know. Nope. It's this one. And need a cat. Oops, not a rear muffler, middle muffler. There we go. Perfect. Yep. I thought. Ran out of rubber bushings again. No. That's the knuckle housing we broke. And the fascia. I think I've been smart enough to buy some of this stuff. Knew I needed it. Well, these things happen. Zip around, find the other hole. Looks like I need one spring cap as well. Oop, can't see. There we go. Over here. Knuckle housing A. Of course I grabbed the wrong one. Link. Pushing. A lot more broke on this side than I thought there was. Oh no, we just zipped to the other side of the car. Not good. Yeah. Getting there. Not gonna have enough. Oh no. Get close, but I think we'll have enough. Yeah, we will. We'll be fine. Alright. I think we're done. We need to go separate parts. Guarantee we're gonna have to buy 2 wheels. I'd be shocked if we don't. Yep. Told ya. Okay. Nice pair of 18-inch rim 6s, and we screwed up because we need to get tired. Ah, I remembered what they were from before. Alrighty. Status-wise, parts, 98. Really? That's bad. Ah. I forgot to put in a rubber. And the starter, which we needed to drop the car down for anyway. So. We'll get in there somehow. Alright. 2 Mosquito Mark V seats, a Continental steering wheel, and a pair of license plates. Just grab those right now. The all black ones would be nice, thank you. And steering wheel, okay. Oh, this has the automatic in it. Interesting. Which, I mean, I guess it makes sense. Alright. Off to the test path. Oh, look, our thingy did thingy again. There we go. Got a buffering limit on it. Alright. Take care of. Oh. Got the plates. Oh. Doop. Doop. Wait a second. Oh. Colorful Colorado. Yes. Why Colorado plates? Because 9 times out of 10, that's where you find these things. Kind of like Subarus. You'll find a ton of them in that state. I have no idea. I know a lot of it has to do with the fact that the car is 4-wheel drive and it snows a lot in Colorado, but otherwise there's not a lot of rhyme or reason to it. Oh, that's subtle. Wow, wasn't looking at it now. Okay, let's make it a slightly different color. Yeah, it works. Nice little two-tone with a black top. I mean, if you're going to give me the black top option, that's kind of how I would do it. And technically it's passable because Colorado has weird laws. It's actually a law in Colorado that says you can't drive a black car on Sunday because of funerals. Yeah, I know, it's odd. It's not often enforced, but it is still technically a law that's on the books. I don't know, you ever look up weird laws on the internet and go state by state? Some of those states are kind of disturbing with their laws. Just say that. Alright, let's see how we need this little turbo go. Or what, 371 was the V6? I wonder if we can get over that. I doubt it, but we got close. I mean, we're within like 8 miles an hour. Well, we're within 5, I think. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, we're within 5. We're actually within 4. Damn. Little turbo is actually a little bit more gustoed than the V6. Go figure. I kind of like it with the automatic. This is how I would see an Audi. The Audis that I've driven and stuff have always been the auto sticks like this. So, yeah, definitely cool. Gave you that option for the automatic. Wow. Still says like 70-some degrees in here. 77 degrees? I think that's what 27 degrees, 23 degrees Celsius is. Okay, whatever. I just thought that was interesting. It was an interesting choice of, what do you call it? Temperature, I guess. I highly doubt it's 77 degrees out here, but you know, whatever. Ooh, definitely a little more spunky. I doubt it's going to get as much top end, but you never know. It might actually get into 6th gear before we hit the wall. Nope. It's like this one only came at 5-speed. Big old blow-off valve on that thing. Oof. The performance part. But, alright. Let's see. Another one was 77,000, right? This one is... Wow. $16,000 less. And it's actually a little more spunky. I'd actually drive this car. If I could fit in it, because, you know, I'm a giant. Anyway, moving on. Well, guys, that takes care of the showcase for the Audi. Great little mod. Not a lot to it, but sometimes simple is better. I mean, uber complex parts and everything else are great. You know, obviously the variations are amazing. You got stuff like the tow truck. This thing is dumb. It literally has drag slicks and a tow hitch. But, you know, you got uber complicated, and then you got something like the Audi that's kind of chill. Not a lot of parts. Everything's pretty predictable. And look at that. We cleared level 38. We are 4 experience into level 38. So we actually did an experience. We actually did a level today, too. That's getting harder and harder to do as close we get to level 50. But we are 12 levels away from that. I am going to try, big air quotes there, depending on how it works, to buy cars from the auction more than, obviously, the junkyard. I believe I can get a little bit closer on the stats there. So, I wish I could look at the actual extra stats inside this menu, but I don't think I can. Yeah, it just gives me tutorial stuff. So, give me just a second. Let's back out to the main menu and take a look at the stats, see the little extras, and see what we can do. Alright, so we are looking for, we visit 39 barns, that's fine. We're about halfway out of the 100 orders too, so that's a good thing. We're at $46 million too, that's nice. It does not tell me how many cars that I've actually got from the junkyard or from the auction, so I'll have to figure out the numbers. I'll go through my footage, see what I can find. But yeah, here's what we're looking at for stats. Apparently we bought 13,000 parts. Yikes. And sold 35 cars. 35 cars is a bad year at a car dealership, so we made $46 million, and yeah, the McLaren's kind of floating that number a bit. For 36 cars, that ain't a bad year. Yeah, not a bad month. But anyways, guys, I am going to wrap it up here. We're still on the lookout, see if there's anything new and interesting, any new games or whatnot. I don't know. I'm kind of tempted to kind of play around with some other games. I do have a few games that I've picked up over the months with Epic Games Store giving away stuff for free and whatnot. Just little things here and there. We could do a Jurassic Park playthrough with the new one coming out soon. It might be good to get on a little bit of a hype train for the new one. Go back to Long Dark. I mean, I actually liked that game. We only did really like one episode of it. I just didn't see a lot of good reception, so that was why I was like, well, maybe it's played out. But we can try that out again. Something to just be a little bit different, you know, a little more stressful, I guess you'd call it. Long Dark is definitely not like Car Mechanic Simulator where it's chill and relaxed. It's very stressful. Other than that, really, just kind of looking around at what I've got and stuff. I mean, there's a few games we can play. Some of them are a little bit more difficult to manage because copyright nonsense has been a nightmare on them, but you never know. We could figure out something. But as far as PC games go, I definitely could take a look and see if there's anything else we could grab or pick up. I think I have a copy of City Skyline somewhere. I'll have to log into my App Game Store and check my library in there. My Steam library is not as extensive. We could go back to Ark. Definitely would have to unsubscribe to a bunch of mods because that game takes like an hour and 45 minutes just to load up. And that's running in minimal mods that are just quality of life stuff. So we could do something like that. But I don't know. Ark's kind of one of those weird games. It's not terribly stressful, but if you set it the way I set it, where it punishes you for getting too many resources, it can get kind of boring. So I understand that too. I do set it to the point where, if you hit certain items, it gives you way more resources than you're supposed to get. It actually punishes you because it doesn't. I purposely don't give like a lot of levels, so your carry capacity kind of goes out the window. But it's one of those things. I do have regular auction not included. I did not spring for the Spaced Out DLC. Honestly, in my opinion, yes, I understand the option of the gameplay, but I think, honestly, it was kind of a... how do I put this? Not my cup of tea DLC. I'll do it that way. There's things about it I don't like. There's things about it I love. But it just wasn't a DLC that I was willing to pick up for that game because I thought the base game was fine. I thought the mod community was doing a great job, and honestly, they needed to really streamline the gameplay that was there. And, Clay Interactive is great, don't get me wrong. But I would notice that, even loading that game up, once you got it at a certain point, it broke. Anyways, I will see you guys next time. I am Dragon Lucifer. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment as you like. Have a good rest of your day.